years ago, a great tumult came to the world of men. Our Middle Earth was invaded, not once, but twice in the same year. The first war took the weaponed men far from their wife men and their homes to do battle against the Viking up in the north. Much blood was shed before the English brought down the mighty Norsemen. But then, before the victory cup could be tasted, news came of a second enemy to the south.
Hail! Up with you! We march again! The Normans have come. They've landed in Sussex.
Brave men of Sussex. Where were you when you were needed so keenly? Now you would have to run the whole length of England to fight a second war against the Normans and hold a hill near Hastings from a duke who would be conqueror. These terrible events of the year 1066 were woven into a tapestry fit for a king. But these threads speak only of conquest, through the voice of a conqueror. If you look more closely, you can see the little people of our shire who fought against him and his killing breed. Theirs is the story of all Englishmen who laid witness to the darkest year of our times.
Allez! Allons-y!
Ne résistons pas! Ne résistons pas!
Où sont les hommes? Où sont les hommes?
Non! C'est tout mon frère!
Où sont les hommes? Baron de Coton! Demandez où sont les hommes.
Where are the Viking men? Where are the men?
In the north. Auprès de Vételiette au nord. Et le temps de moisson.
Why are the men north?
To fight the Viking, or all the weapon men are in the north.
Merci.
Merci. Go, up, good man! This is punishment for the cheating ways of your king. Of your Huskars and the men who deserted you. They have gone to fight a Vikinger. It is likely they have gone for good. Would you like my English, mon baron?
Have sorrow for the wife men of Crowhurst, but pity also their weaponed men. So far from fighting off the demons who possessed their village, and now so few. The army of King Harold was strung across the northern forests, many taking leave of breath and falling from exhaustion. So desperate for fighting men were the English that they admitted into their war band any man willing to fight for food or silver, no matter their previous allegiance.
We rest here! You want to get siphoned, son? I ought to rest. Oh. More Viking will come. Oh. We need more than those. We need the winter to rest.
Where's your king?
I ain't heard this past 2 nights. I hope he rides for more men.
You hope?
Oh, God. We rested. We cannot run as we ran north. The road has turned harsh. We must gather our strength and stop pestering.
What of Crowhurst?
Crowhurst is a village of 5 families. England is a country.
At least let me go.
We shall not win this battle by allowing the few men we have to go searching after their kin. I'm sorry.
Leofric, please.
We're marching! Oh, my God! Come on, move on! Come on! Give it me! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Who was this enemy laying waste to our southlands? They had come from across the Whale Road, from the dark shores of Normandy, and gave us such night fears they were known to us as orcs. Deep in their forests, this dark curse had been many months in its casting. A blessed crusade in the name of the Pope. The bastard Duke William believed himself to be the rightful king of England, promised thus by our noble Harold himself, sworn over holy bones, so the Normans say. When Harold took the crown for himself, William commanded his shaven-headed knights to bring their horses to the sea.
Oh, rassemblez-vous!
Few had ever sailed before. Most could not swim. Horses and men would make bad sea fellows. That have always defended this Isle of Middle-earth gave rough passage to the Orca fleet. If only those winds had sent more ships to the bottom of the Whale Road, where they belonged. But God, for reasons only He knows, chose to spare them. One by one, the Orcish vessels came over the horizon. The pestilence had landed, scattered all along the undefended cliffs and dunes of our blessed England. And now you know what was to become of our little village of Crowhurst, perched on the road from the sea to Hastings.
What is this? Norman.
This is a message to your king, Ordgar.
I want this body share of a wife, man, seen by every weapon man here. This is what we must fight! You go south, Bar. You go south and see to your village.
No. This is cunning. They've sent these white men here to angle you into battle ahead of time.
Go south. Take this horse with you. Leofric, remember you are a huskar. Go with him.
Oh, God.
Go! And if you find Crowhurst, and if any yet still live, take the white men to the priory. The Norman must respect the walls of solitude. And find whichever man you can, and tell him we come in great number, but we need more. Go!
Do you not know which way Crowhurst lies?
We will find it.
Take the road that brings the fish. The one that rises up and falls down again before you smell the salt.
You will know your village by the smell of ash.
The cruel orcs had sent a message to all weaponed men. What were our brave warriors to do but fly in rage towards their homestead, little caring that the Normans lay like wolves in wait for their prey?
Come on, come.
Just leave it!
Come on, come on.
Tofi! Tofi, just come on!
This was once my father.
Judith. Judith? Judith?
I have sorrow for you.
How many days since I was hand-fasted?
3 weeks? I don't know.
Our lives are gone. Our lives are gone.
They do this? They do such things as this in the name of the Christ? Bastard! Orca! Bastard! Who's there? I am armed. I am a weapon man of this shire. Show yourself. I said, show yourself.
Oh, child. Child, merciful Lord. Child, what befell here? Where are the white men? Child, listen. I know you. Your name is Elf. You were born 10 days after the swallows flew back. I know you. I am your friend. And tell me what happened here. What did you see?
Warrior seeking has come as to fill England's graveyards. Blackbirds of Karen follow. Death comes.
You are safe. Now you are safe. Keep warm. I promise you, no sword shall harm you. No Norman will come for you. I am a Huskarl of this village, and I swear I will keep fear from you. I swear.
I have not even anger. If I had anger, my soul would have the strength of purpose. I have no anger.
Oh, I have anger. I have enough anger for the two of us.
They took the wife men.
They took the wife men live? Where? Where did they go? Do you remember?
The Forest Road.
Now, just 1 day's march away, the stragglers that formed King Harold's army were gathering numbers every hour. Spirits, they say, were strengthening. More weapon men were promised every day from Kent, from Anglia. The sooner these orcs were found, the sooner they could be driven back into the Whale Road whence they came. And so scouting parties were summoned to track the vermin down.
Good morning. We're moving on. Bring the wife, man. She's proved herself fit and well built.
Yes, she has.
We must find the Norman under cover of dark.
And what do we do when they're found?
Kill them while they sleep.
It's not honorable to kill them while they sleep.
We should cut them while they sleep. So with their last blink of the eye, as you hold them by the hair, slice off their balls and feed them to the pigs.
Feed the pigs. Dirty Viking bastard. We feed the pigs.
There are men here.
What?
There are men here. I know this.
Stop! These men! Oh God, there are men in the trees. The Norman have many sentries.
Your sentries are posted in trees, are they? Hiding their nuts like squirrels. Another one, and I shall have you. Vikinger! Move! Are there more?
Well, we shall find out from this one.
A lot greater of them than the war of the Viking. He says they're building. He says they mean to stay.
Two weeks after landing in England, the Norman orcs had pulled back from their village burning and were now fortifying a peninsula of our beloved Sussex. Duke William had sent out orders to destroy the rest of their ships so they could not return to their homeland. They meant to stay indeed. And they meant to breed. And they would destroy every creature of English birth who would not accept them as overlords.
I've heard. Far from here, way over to the west, there's a place without equal, rightly renowned. Few men reach this remote corner of Middle-earth, but the land there is so lovely, endowed with delights. unfortunate.
They have our wife, all of them.
Please leave her. She's too young.
Who else want to spit on you?
I do.
Husband! Husband! Husband, please!
Judith.
Please!
Judith.
Please!
Please.
White man, listen!
No!
White man! White man, listen! We're taking you to the priory, to the Brothers of Solitude. You'll be safe there. I give you my word. Is she of your kin?
She's the wife of a Norman who has sat by and watched us. Please kill her! Kill her!
Run! Go! Run! Run! Split up! Go for the house! Go! The wheat fields and over the river! Go! Go! Come on! Come on! Forgive me, I must see the child. Go that way! That way, go! Go!
I told you we should not accept the women alive.
It was a good plan.
It kept the men from mutiny.
It was against orders.
Your lust for blood makes me sick.
Alf, come on.
I know they're going to kill me.
No, Alf, Alf, look at me. They will not kill you. While I breathe, they will not. Now, come on. Run! Run! Alf! Alf! Wait! Alf! Alf! No! Wait! He's but a child. Child! Take me, not the child.
Go. Go.
and in fear.
I've ached for you.
Silver and gold may make us bold and bind our jewels together, but love will stay till we are old and weary of endeavor.
What was done? Judith?
We must find Duke William and the rest of our army.
They will be south of here.
There will be battle at last. Good. I doubt you have the guts for it, mon baron. You let that housecarl go, and that child. You disobeyed. Your child will pay the price of your disobedience. As Drogo did. For his fathers.
Although the invaders were our cruelest enemies, it should be known that not all of them were cast in the same mold. But then the Orca were never only of one tribe. The Normans had pressed men of Brittany and other neighbours into their holy war, offering promises of land and taking families hostage.
I will call for you, my love. There will be great forests in England to run through, and great rivers to fish. Your mama will cry, but you must dry her tears for her.
Chevalier du Zouf. You will see to it she is fed and served as befits a Breton noblewoman.
Duke William would wish it. My Breton friend, I do not take kindly to instructions.
Sister of Solitude, bring this child to join the sisters and the wife men. Will you keep this child in your care?
I'm sorry. We have too many here.
Sister, this is a child.
We have too many here already. I am sorry.
I am a Huscarl of the Royal Guard. Now open this door.
We do not open our doors to instructions from soldiers. That's why you brought your wife men here.
You are right. Accept my apologies. We will leave you in peace.
Wait. Many of these women are noble. Good women of the town. Good wives. Fine daughters. They've been arriving here every hour and every day for the last 7 nights. seen things here that we've never dreamt of seeing. Men may do such things that women would never dream of.
What can be done?
We soothe them as we can. Many will not take meat and choose to die of hunger. Many no longer speak.
Glad I am to see you.
What do you see?
Sentinels.
Du couteau. Debout.
Monsieur. Chevalier. Chevalier. Hein? C'est le baron. Apporte-moi du vin, c'est là. Attention du vin. T'es où là? Ok. Vois-toi du feu. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Là. Viens par là. Quoi?
Anglais. Coquet. Il y a des Anglais.
À droite, à droite! À ta droite! À gauche, à gauche, à gauche, à gauche!
Retreat!
Allez, allez,
I will not retreat from these Christmen. I will not retreat. Encerclez-les. Encerclez-les.
attention, derrière, derrière, derrière toi!
Coupez le côté.
They say they are surrounding us. If we don't go now, we'll be trapped.
Retreat.
It's coming up! It's fully surrounded!
Wake up. I met a party of men from Anglia on the road. We go to the hill at Hastings. Come, your wife man will be safe.
No, I've done my war work.
Look. You mind the days beyond the battle, new husband. And you must tell your kin that you sat in a high tower and watched England burn.
I will stay with my wife, man.
Go with him.
No.
The battle will be swift. We will rebuild our house.
Don't be long.
So the English of the hill. We have God.
Thus the battle lines had been ordered. The Normans massed below the hill upon which the English stood proud. And behind that hill, called Senlac, lay the Norman prize, the green and bounteous fields of England.
I swear before this company that I will fight to the death for my king. If my king or my lord shall die, I shall take his place and fight as he would have fought. If any man here see me take a weak heart and run away, he shall remind me of this pledge made here before my kin.
Archers! Draw! Loose! Arrow!
Shoot them all!
Archers! Draw! Loose! Arrow!
The third almighty battle clash of 1066 had begun. The hail of arrows upon the shield wall failed to shatter its strength or draw the English down from the hill. Now it was time for the weapon most fated and most feared in the Norman armoury, the one brought at such cost across the Whale Road.
coming.
Do they intend just to bore us to death? Why do they stand on the hill? Why do they not fight? We need a champion. The Duke will wish a challenger to draw out the English in single combat.
Such a gesture of commitment will bring you rich reward.
Not me, mon baron. Our champion must be a man of noble birth.
Why? Make sure the Duke knows who I was. And who am I killing for us?
Un anglais de nobilité!
Man of rank, he said. That'd be me.
Tu dois me laisser gagner. You must let me win, English.
Speak slower.
Or let me appear valiant. My family will live. even if my soul will not.
It was an unexplained yet noble sacrifice the Norman victor would make that morning. Perhaps both men of rank shared a common goal. Both, in different ways, had died so that others could live. Ordgar, you were the bravest of your shire. Every Englishman who shared your oath vowed to avenge your untimely death. Let the Norman orcs come, as surely they would, on horse, on foot, en masse. Wave after wave of Norman assault still could not take Eye Hill. The Duke, who would be conqueror, they say, was somewhere in the thickest of the fighting. And then, such is the confusion of battle, a rumour spread amongst the groans of the dying.
The Duke is dead. He's slain. Pass it on.
The lead man is dead. Pass it on. The Duke is dead!
Oh, how sweet the taste of victory must have been. How bitter for the Norman invaders.
Let's drive them into the sea for Ordgar! No! Won't they flee? Do not break the wall! Battle is done! Do not trust the Normans! Do not break that wall! That Duke is dead! He's dead! Do not break it!
What had seemed like a retreat revealed itself to be a trick to lure the English from the safety of the hill. Duke William was not dead, and for the first time that day, the Norman horsemen could harness their deadly advantage. So many brave Englishmen met their doom below the hill. None more beloved than the cowardly farmer who became a housecarl and saved my life. A Norman trick had taken too many from us, leaving few weaponed men to stand alone against the treacherous tide. So finally, the tale of the little people at the fateful Battle of Hastings brings us to the plight of the king himself. Harold now knew that his army was weakened, and that every fighting man would be required to hold the hill. That would include 2 of his brothers, his son, and perhaps even his lover, Edith Swan Neck. The Norman orcs kept coming. Little waves bent on probing the wall for weakness.
Stay behind this shield. Listen to me. Stay behind this shield.
Watch him! I want no more charges!
Hour upon hour, the Normans threw themselves upon the shield wall in what now became a battle of endurance. But they kept on coming. They kept seeking new approaches to the hill, determined to bombard the English from all sides. And then, most decisively,
Crossbows! Position!
from above and below in the same volley.
Draw!
How in detail it came to pass that the Normans prevailed on that day at Hastings will forever be shrouded in blood mist. But what is clear is that these orcs were truly demons, with no fear and no pity.
Seeing
of your land, your home, and your woman. Your fighting is done.
What is known for sure is that by dusk, the invaders finally broke the shield wall for good and poured through. And after defeating the mighty Vikinger and running the length of our country, not once, but twice, the exhausted farmers of England stood little chance. The fate of our warrior king remains unclear to this day. Some gaze upon the conqueror's famed cloth of Bayeux and see him slain by an arrow to the eye. Harold the king is killed, it says. But others say that he is this bloodied figure laid low by a horseman. That 4 Norman knights, crazed with bloodlust, beset the body of the kingship, disemboweled him, gelded him, and then beheaded him.
Have you seen your kid? Have you seen your kid? Please. Please. The bastard Ordgar left 5,000 Englishmen unburied upon Senlac Hill for 10 long years. And within a lifetime, not a single hide of Sussex had an English owner.
There is some pleasant land up where we came ashore. Good fields. Good rivers. We can settle there. How many sons do we have?
6.
We will have land for another time. Women!
Harold alone was permitted a burial. And so the tribute goes, you rest here, Harold that was a king, that you still may guard the shore and sea. We do not despise you, kingship, but we grieve and mourn for you. England was never the same again. The priories could not remain a refuge forever, and after more unkindnesses too cruel to be related, the wife men of the south were set to making the story that would be told, thus shining great light upon the Duke who became William, the conqueror of our precious piece of Middle-earth. Now I've reached the end of the bitter soul of my child days. Our village of Crowhurst became the home of others who meant to stay. Our families would never again bring in the barley. We set to wandering in search of a new home. And it had once been told to me, to soothe my child fear, perhaps, that the way to the west is a place rightly renowned, a remote part of Middle-earth, where the land is so lovely, endowed with delights, and earth's sweetest scents.
A team of men whose exploits became a thing of legend. We go behind the most successful secret army of all time, the SAS. Commando, Wednesday night here, more for at 10. Next, though, the Time team go in search of a missing part of a house with a violent past after the break.
Theirs is the story of all Englishmen who laid witness to the darkest year of our times.
Allez! Allons-y!
Many long years ago, a great tumult came to the world of men. Our Middle Earth was invaded, not once, but twice in the same year. The first war took the weaponed men far from their wife men and their homes to do battle against the Viking up in the north. Much blood was shed before the English brought down the mighty Norsemen. But then, before the victory cup could be tasted, news came of a second enemy to the south.
Hail! Up with you! We march again! The Normans have come. They've landed in Sussex.
Brave men of Sussex. Where were you when you were needed so keenly? Now you would have to run the whole length of England to fight a second war against the Normans and hold a hill near Hastings from a duke who would be conqueror. These terrible events of the year 1066 were woven into a tapestry fit for a king. But these threads speak only of conquest through the voice of a conqueror. If you look more closely, you can see the little people of our shire who fought against him and his killing breed.
Où sont les hommes? Où sont les hommes?
Non! C'est mon frère!
Où sont les hommes? Baron de Crouton! Demandez où sont les hommes.
Where are the fighting men? Where are the men?
In the north.
Au pied de Vétéliette au nord, et le temps de moisson.
Why are the men north?
To fight the Viking herd. All the weapon men are in the north.
Merci.
Merci. Margot, have good men! punishment for the cheating ways of your king.
For their previous allegiance.
We rest here!
We'll get safe in time.
I ought to rest.
Oh.
More Viking will come.
We need more than those. We need the winter to rest.
Where's your king?
I ain't heard this past 2 nights. I hope he rides for more men.
You hope?
Oh, God. We rested.
We cannot run as we ran north. The road has turned harsh. We must gather our strength and stop pestering.
What of Crowhurst?
Crowhurst is a village of 5 families. England is a country.
At least let me go.
We shall not win this battle by allowing the few men we have to go searching after their kin. I'm sorry.
Leofric, please.
We're marching! Oh my God! Come on, move on! Come on! Give it me! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Who was this enemy laying waste to our southlands? They had come from across the Whale Road, from the dark shores of Normandy, and gave us such night fears they were known to us as
Of your Huskarls, and the man who deserted you. They have come to fight a Vikinger. It is likely they have come for good. Would you like my English, mon baron?
Have sorrow for the wife men of Crowhurst, but pity also their weaponed men. So far from fighting off the demons who possessed their village, and now so few. The army of King Harold was strung across the northern forests, many taking leave of breath and falling from exhaustion. So desperate for fighting men were the English that they admitted into their war band any man willing to fight for food or silver, no matter.